Picture this. You're cruising at 35,000 feet, enjoying your complimentary peanuts when suddenly, both engines go silent. Dead quiet. What happens next? Do you plummet like a rock? Start writing your will on a napkin? Well, buckle up, Buttercup, because today we're diving into every passenger's worst nightmare and why it's actually not as terrifying as you think. Welcome to Fly With Me, where we make aviation education fun, one stick figure at a time. I'm your captain for today's goofy investigation into dual-engine failures. Imagine our stickman plane, little round windows, oversized coffee cup in the cockpit, and two cartoon engines that might as well be napping. Now, before you start hyperventilating into that tiny paper bag, let me blow your mind with this fact. A modern airliner can glide for over 100 miles without any engine power. That's right, your plane is basically a very expensive, very heavy glider. Picture it, a giant metal bird stretching its wings, sliding down the sky like a majestic, slightly nervous penguin. Throughout this video, we'll animate everything, from checklist callouts to dramatic stickman maneuvers, with a goofy but informative tone. We'll cover the physics, the procedures the pilots follow, real-life miracles, what passengers should do, and why you can still binge-watch in peace. Ready? Let's get airborne, figuratively, and find out what really happens when the engines take an unexpected coffee break. But how does this magic happen? It all starts with the glide ratio. Think of glide ratio like skateboard distance. For every mile you drop in altitude, you can travel forward about 15 to 20 miles in a typical airliner. So at cruise altitude, you've got plenty of forward travel to find a runway, a long stretch of road, or at worst, a field large enough for a controlled landing. Visualize a sloped slide. Steeper and you fall faster, shallower and you glide farther. When both engines decide to take an unscheduled coffee break, our stick figure pilots don't panic. They follow a very specific checklist, practiced until it becomes muscle memory. First up, maintain aircraft control and establish best glide speed. That sweet spot keeps the wings producing lift without stalling, usually slower than cruise, but fast enough to stay controllable. Think of it as the plane's sweet spot on the speedometer. Too fast and you waste altitude. Too slow and you risk stalling. Step 2. Identify the nearest suitable landing site. Pilots rapidly scan charts, use onboard navigation, and talk to air traffic control. Suitable means long enough, unobstructed, and preferably with emergency services standing by. Meanwhile, the other pilot runs emergency checklists. Attempt engine restarts if possible, switch fuel systems, and troubleshoot any obvious failures. Air traffic control gets the dreaded Mayday, Mayday call, not for drama, but to declare priority. Controllers clear other traffic, vector the powerless plane toward the best option, and alert rescue services. Think of it like getting a police escort, ambulance, and traffic cone crew all at once, but at 30,000 feet. Pilots also broadcast their intentions on emergency frequencies so nearby aircraft and controllers can help coordinate. Throughout, cockpit resource management shines. Pilot flying, pilot monitoring, and cabin crew coordinate. Clear communications, precise speeds, and quick decision-making turn a scary event into an organized, survivable operation. And our stick figures? Calm, methodical, and improbably coiffed despite the turbulence. Here's where it gets really interesting. Pilots train for this exact scenario their entire careers. Simulators let them practice dual-engine failures over and over. Rapid diagnosis, checklist flow, and landing site selection. It's like a fire drill with altitude and way more dramatic music. Let's animate the most famous case. US Airways Flight 1549, the miracle on the Hudson. Scene: stick figure engines suddenly gag as flocks of birds zap both turbines. Captain Sully calmly assesses, declares an emergency, and chooses ditching in the Hudson. The plane glides, flaps are set, and the crew executes a textbook water landing. Evacuation is swift, rescue boats swarm, everyone survives. Miracle on the Hudson text pops up with confetti and grateful stick figure hugs. Another striking example, Air Transat Flight 236 over the Atlantic. Fuel leak leads to both engines quitting. The crew glides that Airbus A330 for 19 minutes and about 120 miles to reach the Azores. A long, silent glide with tense but professional cockpit coordination. Our stickman passengers look confusedly serene, one even sipping coffee as the plane quietly coasts. Pilots also practice partial thrust and engine-out procedures frequently. Crew resource management, delegation, cross-checking, and clear radio calls is why these rare scenarios end well more often than not. We could also show a quick simulator montage. Trainee stickman sweating, instructor stickman nodding, then calm applause when the simulated landing is successful. The takeaway: training plus redundant systems equals outcomes that are far better than panic would predict. So, what about cabin life during all this? While stick-figure pilots are calmly problem-solving up front, flight attendants spring into precise action. They secure loose items, instruct passengers, and prepare the cabin for a possible emergency landing. They're not panicking, they're following procedure, and that matters. When the crew says, "Brace for impact," listen. The brace position protects your head, neck, and limbs. Animated close-up, knees bent, head down, hands over the head or on the seat in front, forehead tucked. Arrows show where force is absorbed. The position looks awkward, but it dramatically reduces injuries compared to sitting upright with flailing limbs. Contrast that with a stick figure not braced, bouncing off the ceiling in dramatic slow motion. If a water landing is likely, life vests are located under your seat and exit routes are pointed out. Flight attendants may order a rapid evacuation post-touchdown. Move quickly, but follow crew instructions. Our animation emphasizes calm, orderly movement toward exits, with one goofy stickman trying to take a souvenir peanut packet and being gently shushed. How rare is this anyway? Dual-engine failures are extremely uncommon, roughly 1 in 10 million flights. To put it in perspective, you're more likely to be struck by lightning while winning the lottery and being chased by a shark, all at once. Humor aside, statistically, your next flight is overwhelmingly likely to be routine. The best practical advice? Pay attention to the safety briefing, follow crew instructions, and keep your seatbelt fastened when seated. Modern aircraft engines are ridiculously reliable. They undergo rigorous testing, countless flight hours, and meticulous maintenance checks. Engines are monitored in real time, crews follow meticulous servicing schedules, and airline safety regulators demand redundancy and conservative limits. Most airliners have 2, sometimes 4, engines precisely to allow safe diversion if one fails. Losing both is like flipping a coin and having it land on its edge, possible but extremely unlikely. Redundancy is only part of the story. Crew training, simulator scenarios, robust emergency procedures, and coordinated air traffic control are all designed to turn a potential disaster into a controllable event. Remember Sully, the Azores case, and countless simulator successes. They all show how systems and people combine to protect lives. So next time you hear the engines change pitch or a weird clunk, don't picture doom. Picture a well-trained team running checklists, communicating crisply, and guiding a metal glider to a planned outcome. If you learned something new today, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. Fly With Me has tons more aviation content coming your way, with stick figures and silly hats included. Until next time, keep your seatbelts fastened, your sense of humor engaged, and your curiosity soaring. And remember, even if both engines take a nap, the plane usually knows how to glide to a polite landing, like a sleepy giant bird saying, "I'll just coast over here, thanks."